Hello! Hey guys, I feel like I'm starting every single video off like this at the moment, but it's been a while. Newsflash, teaching takes up a lot of your life. The last proper video I made was in October, so Gal's 10 months too late, but she's still alive, she's still here. You don't need to be concerned. I'm actually doing really good. Wait, before I talk about me, I just want to show you my outfit because I'm feeling pretty cute. This is really actually quite difficult because there's no room in my tiny bedroom. Basically, I just want to show you my trousers. I think they're so cool. Okay, but like, slay. Are you joking? Look how cool these are. £7 from a charity shop. And I absolutely love them. They are incredible and I feel amazing. Anyway, that's not what today's about, so let's get back onto it. Okay, so as you're aware, it is currently August, which means it is the summer holidays. I would like to say that means that I am way more free than I usually am, but we're currently like 3 weeks into summer and I've literally been home for about 4 nights. Yeah, I really crammed in the holidays, but I'm a bit more chilled out now. For the last 3 weeks, I have a little bit less planned, which I think is the way to do it, you know, put loads at the beginning, busy, 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 and then have a rest before you go back in September. Why am I out of breath? This is not healthy. Yeah, so also that means that I have made it through a full year as a full-time teacher with my own classroom, which is still mad to say out loud. I still don't really believe that I'm an adult, but we're here. As I've said before, I love this channel because it gives me a chance to kind of do life updates and then be able to see back to when I was 16 and had no idea what I was doing with my life, and just trying to have a bit of fun. And I don't know, it's a nice progress tracker for myself, and if you've been following along for that long, thank you, and I hope you also have enjoyed it. Anyway, today I thought I'd give you just some of my thoughts from my first year of teaching. It's been a journey. I just watched the last video I made about teaching, which is from October, and I wasn't really in a good place then. I think, you know, first term, it really hit hard. It really hit hard and it was very overwhelming. 1 year on, I'm feeling a lot more confident in my skills, my abilities, and the school that I'm at in general. So I'm actually really looking forward to going back in September. I'm sure like 2 weeks in, I'll suddenly be like super stressed out again, but yeah, right now I'm feeling in a really good place. I really do love what I do, and yeah, I'm looking forward to a new group of children and a new set of challenges ahead of me, I guess. So yeah, I've just collected together a few different thoughts on this old thingy, and I just wanted to go through them. I hope it's helpful for anyone who's about to start their ECT year. Good luck! The first thing, which I've kind of already touched on, but you will have really good days and you will have really bad days, and that is just gonna happen. Unfortunately, like any other job, not every single day is gonna be great. It's the way it works. Sometimes something really bad will happen, and it will be really overwhelming and stressful, and you've just got to try and push through it. Other days will be incredible and you will feel incredibly fulfilled, and yeah, it happens. Obviously I'm only 1 year in, but I can tell this is going to continue happening for the rest of the time that I'm in teaching. Like it's never ending. There's good days, there's bad days, and you can't really help it. The important thing I think is on those really bad days to think about the good days and not get into an existential crisis like I have done before, where you suddenly think, do I even want to do this? Because those good days will come back and then you'll feel great again. Secondary thing, making friends at work is so important. I cannot stress this enough. My mental health has seriously improved since I made like a solid group of pals at work. I feel so great. We all know what each other's doing. We all know the stress that each other's going through every day, but we're also able to go to the pub on a Friday after work and chill out and just hang out as pals. People say it, but people that aren't teachers, they will just never really understand the pressure that you can be under some days at school and like the things you might see. So having a group that really do know what you're going through, and particularly at the school that you're at, so they really know the ins and outs of how that school works. Oh, so beneficial for this thing. I am very, very lucky that I do go to a school that is very sociable and everyone is super lovely and super talented at their job. I've loved it. I've really loved that side of work. Another thing I've written down is always leave at 5 or 5:30 and don't do any work when you get home. First term, probably was because I was stressed because I was working all the time and I didn't know when to like put a book down and just stop. The most important thing that I've learned over the course of the year is how to manage my time and what needs to be prioritized. My general structure of the day is I get up at 6, I leave the house at 7, get into work at about 7:30. That's an hour before the children come in. Now, a load of people I say that to and they say that's ridiculously early, but having that hour in the morning is so good for me. Firstly, I work a lot better in the morning. And secondly, at the beginning of the year, I started coming in at like 8ish, only having half an hour. And I found that when I came in at that time, something would always go wrong, which means that I'd end up having less time to do the things I needed to do than I planned. Or I would get in like a conversation with someone and then 20 minutes would fly by and I'd be like, oh my gosh, the children are arriving in 10 minutes. When I have that hour, usually I get the things that I needed to do before 8, and then at 8, when other people start arriving, it's a bit more calm and chilled because I know what's going to happen. So I really liked it. And then fast forward, the kids leave at like 3:10, 3:15, and then I have just under 2 hours to do any other admin that I need to. I really try to leave at 5, unless something like emergency comes up, but when I leave at 5, I get home at 6, and then I have the evening just to chill and be there by myself, okay? I usually spend about one afternoon on the weekend doing some planning or anything else like that, but apart from that, I really try and keep it like that. Obviously, sometimes there are more things to do in a week than others, so it is a lot harder to stick to that schedule. I would just say really try to give yourself, maybe it's not exactly the same as mine, but really try to give yourself a time frame that you're going to work in, and then a time frame that you're not going to do any work. Because again, mental health is really important, and distinguishing between those two times makes it easier to prioritize yourself. Okay, the next thing, oh my god, okay, marking. Whew. So I really struggled with marking this year. At my placement school, it worked very differently. It was a one form entry, which means that a lot of the admin was focused on getting the lesson plans going, and there was a lot less focus on the marking element, like physical marking. It was more like whole class feedback and things like that. At my new school, there's a larger focus on marking because it's 7 form entry, and so we have a lot less planning to do. At the beginning of the year, I got super stressed out and basically just like didn't mark any books ever. And so I got like a month in, and the deputy head naturally was like, what's going on here? So I kind of had to figure out the structure of how to do it, basically. What I've kind of figured out is the best way for myself is to pick 5 children every lesson to give them some feedback verbally, just a little dotted note in their book. And then about 2 or 3 times a week, I will sit down with a whole set of books, maybe like the writing books or the maths books or the topic books, and just like fully do like a full check of all of them, and then I'll give those books to them the next morning for them to like check through those notes and make any corrections. For me, that has really helped. Again, if you weren't already aware, I'm a very type A person, and so putting everything into a very clear structure really helps me out, okay? The more holistic style of, oh, just general marking, just doing this, really doesn't help me. I love, you know, numbers of when I'm going to do this, when I'm going to do this, how often I need to do this, and all that kind of stuff. For me, it just helps to figure it out in my brain what I need to do, what I don't need to do, and yeah, that now that I have that structure in place, marking is no longer terrifying, and it really was in autumn term. I did not like it. I was like, what if I don't even know what I need to write, like all this stuff. Also, like, don't overmark as well, like don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Next thing I've written down is to keep your table organised, okay? I am a very organised person, but somehow, like, desks still get super messy for me. They just do. And I just noticed that the more messy my desk was, the more overwhelmed I always felt. So this is kind of a note for me as well next year to improve on, because I have definitely not nailed this yet. But keep your desk organised, and hopefully everything else, your mind, will stay the same. Ah, the most important thing. I feel like I say this every time. Okay, print everything the night before. Oh my gosh, absolutely saved my life. Again, autumn term, silly little autumn term Isla. Printing when she came in the morning, the printing queue was ridiculous and it was horrible and it stressed me out. Okay, imagine this, send the kids home at like 3 and then just casually stroll down the corridor, back to your classroom, what do I need to print for tomorrow? Let's get it up, send to the printer. Off I walk to the printer, no one's there, because who's printing at 3:30? Ugh, silly. Print away, get all my stuff, take it back to my room, deal with that tomorrow. Handing out tomorrow. But right now, we have got the paper. If the printer breaks in the morning, we're good. Changed my life. Okay, literally the last thing I have written down is just a very simple one. But you're an ECT. Don't be afraid to ask questions, okay? Nobody is expecting you to know everything, okay? Nobody's expecting me to know everything now, okay? I've done 1 year and I will still be asking thousands of questions every day. I think at the beginning I felt like, you know, it's my job now, like I need to know what I'm doing. Even in front of the kids, like it doesn't matter if you don't know every single thing. You're learning, it's a skill, and you'll get there eventually, and that's all that matters. I hope this was a useful video. I hope you're glad that I'm not dead. I do love doing this YouTube thing, and so it is lovely to be back. As I said, I don't want to promise when I will next be making a video because it is always when I can and not when I need to. But thank you for sticking around if you are still here. Ages ago, like literally in like April, I vlogged a week at work and I just never got round to editing the footage. I don't even know if I still have the footage, but I'm just saying if I find it, I will edit it this summer and post it for you. As always, follow me on Instagram, missb.ect. I might need to change that soon when I am no longer an ECT. I don't post on there much, but I am always there to answer any questions in my DMs. Thank you, goodbye, see you when I see ya.